In our last lecture, we have covered the basic introduction of ER models and what are the entities, entity types, definitions of entity set, and what are the different types of entities possible in an ER diagram or entity relationship diagram. And in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the ER models notations, means we are going into more details of ER model notations and how the relationships are represented in the ER model. In last lecture, we just discussed about the entities and the entity types. So here the focus is the relationships are represented with the diamond box, and what are the relationship degrees, mapping, cardinalities, and the participation, means how we represent that single line, double line, and the numbers over the line. So all these details about the relationship and the degrees of relationship, the representation of relationship in the ER diagrams, ER models are going to be covered in this lecture. So starting with the session. So first, these are the ER model notations, or we can say that the notations we used to represent different relationships and the tables in the database through ER diagrams are these. For example, here the entity type is represented by a rectangle box, by this rectangular box, and the weak entity, as we have already covered, the weak entity is represented, weak entity type is represented using the double rectangle box. Same way, the relationship of weak entity is represented by the double diamond box, and the simple relationship within the strong entity. So this is the strong entity. So strong entities are represented by the rectangular box, and the relationship of strong entities are represented by simple diamond box. And this is the notation to represent a particular property or particular attribute of an entity type, and the key attribute is always underlined. We have already covered these notation in last lecture, discussed about these in the lecture number 10. And this is the multi-valued attribute that is represented with the help of a double line. So double line is used to represent the multi-valued attribute. Next we have the composite attribute. So composite attribute is the combination of attribute. For example, in last lecture we discussed about the addresses. For example, address is comprises of street number, city, house number, etc. So multiple attributes are combined representing a single attribute. We call it a composite attribute. So composite attribute are represented like this. This is the composite attribute that is representing with the help of multiple attributes. For example, color options for a car, mobile number of an particular employee or a student. Okay, next we have the derived attribute. So derived attribute is an attribute that is not stored directly, but we can store also. And for example, age is an attribute that can be calculated every time we require, using the date of birth and the current date. So this is represented using this dotted notation. Derived attribute is represented using the dotted notation. And next we have the total participation and the cardinality ratio and the structural construct or the min max representation. So all these things we are going to cover in this lecture. So total participation, partial participation, the cardinality ratio. So total participation is representing using this double line notation, and these numbers written over the lines are known as the cardinality. And we can also represent the participation and cardinality using min max representation. So all these things we are going to cover in this lecture. So this is the basic of the representation that we are going to cover in this lecture, the representation relationships and the different things related with the relationship. Okay, like participation, cardinality, degree. So here in last lecture we have already covered about the attribute. For example, employee is an entity, department is an entity, and the project is an entity, dependent is an weak entity, and all other are the strong entity. Same way, the works for relationship means multiple entities are linked together with some relationship. So here the employee and department is linked through the works for relationship, and the employee and the project is related with the works on relationship. Means we read relationship like employee employee works on project. Okay, next, the dependent is linked with the employee entity through dependence of relationship. So as this is the weak entity, so we are using double diamond box to represent the weak relationship. So this we have already covered in the last lecture. And similarly, these are the attributes, and here the attribute is underlined. So this is the primary key attribute, this is the primary key attribute for this department, and this is the project number is the primary key attribute. Here the name is the primary key attribute of the weak entity. Okay, so as we are having the weak entity as dependent, so we need a primary key of the strong entity to represent the each and every record of the dependent entity. So here we will be using SSN to represent each and every record of the particular dependent. So we are using the primary key of the strong entity set to represent a record or entity, an entity. Okay, next we have, this is the derived attribute. Okay, or we can also call it a null value attribute, because every time it changes and we have to calculate it. Same way, this is multi-valued attribute, because locations can for a department, location can be in multiple cities, for example Delhi, Bangalore, or etc. Okay, same way here we can also say that this is the derived attribute and the location is multi-valued attribute, and this name is a composite attribute, because name is comprises of first name, middle name, and the last name. So here the name is a multi-valued attribute. So all these notation we have covered in the last lecture. So the main focus of this lecture is these relationships. So how these relationship and the double line, single line, and the numbers related with these relationship, how to represent all these things will be covered in this lecture. So for this lecture, the main focus is the cardinality. So these numbers written over the lines are representing the cardinalities. So the main focus is mapping cardinalities. So these numbers are representing the cardinalities. So why we are writing these numbers and what are they representing, we will be covering in this lecture. Next we will be discussing about the degree of the relationship. So by degree of a relationship, this first point, so degree of a relationship, we mean that the number of entities involved in a relationship. For example, here for the works for relationship, for this works for relationship, one entity is employee and the second entity is department. So we are having two entities working for, means related with this relationship, works for relationship. So the degree of works for relationship is 2, because we are having two entities linked with this relationship. And here in this ER diagram we are having all the entities, all the relationship with degree 2, because all the relationship are linking two entities with each other. For example, here the department controls project. So for this, the department is one entity and the project is another entity, and both entities are related through the controls relationship. So the degree of the controls, is also 2, because it is linking two entities together, department and the project. Okay, and the third thing we need to discuss about is these double lines and these single line notation. So why we are using the single lines here and why we are using the double lines here? So here we call it the participation constraint, means if all the entities must participate, then we are having a total participation, and these lines are depend on the number of participations. So we will be covering these concepts in detail. Now the degree of this supervision is, the degree of this relationship is 2, as we are linking employee on the left hand side as one entity and employee and same entity on the right hand side. So we can also call it a unary relationship, because on left and right or both entities the supervision relationship linking is employee. So we can also call it a unary relationship because on both end we are having the same entity linked through the supervision relationship. So this is the basic what we are going to cover in this lecture. So first is degree of the relationship, and the mapping cardinality means numbers written over these lines, and why we using double line and single line. All these things are going to be covered in this lecture. So starting with the lecture. So first thing we have is the relationship and the relationship types. So for example, a relationship, just for the sake of definition, a relationship relate two or more distinct entities with a specific meaning. For example, the employee John Smith works on product X project, right? So here the first entity is employee, and employee is working on the product X and related with works on relationship. Same way, another example we can take as employee Franklin manages the research department. So here the employee is an entity, Franklin is an entity who is managing the research department on another entity. So employee is Franklin and managing the research department as another entity, and they are linked through, sorry, here must be the manages. So you can correct it. Here we need to write as manages, because manages. So this relationship is manages, not works for. So employee manages manages a department. So this is the type of relationship, and how we represent these relationship means how the entities are linked through the relationship, and relationship are representing using the diamond boxes. Next we have this is the basic, means detailed description of representing the relationship. So here we are representing the works for relationship between the employee and the department, or the managers relationship. Okay, managers relationship will be between, if we are dealing with employees managing the department. Now we are having employee works for department. So if employee is working for the department, so relationship is also going to be an existence, means relationship is going to have some existence, and they are also some entities. So here employee 1 is related to R1, means first relationship, and R1 is linked with department 1, same way R3 is linked with department 1, and R6 is also linked with department 1. So here we are representing two entities, one is employee and one is department, through the works for relationship. So here all these employee E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6 and E7 are working for some of the department as D1, D1, D2 and D3. So this is the basic way how we can represent the relationships in detail form, in journal way. Now next we have the degree of a relationship, as we have already covered this. So taking the example to represent these things means the entities involved in a relationship is representing the degree of that relationship. So we can have three types of degree. First is unary, binary and ternary. If we are having one entity involved in the relationship, we call it unary relationship. If we are having two entities, then the relationship is binary. If we are having three entities, then the relationship is ternary. We can also have n-ary relationship, where we can have more than three entities involved in the relationship, that we are going to cover in the extended relationship ER diagrams. That is a part of ER extended or enhanced ER diagram. So for example, the first is unary relationship. So here the employee entity is linked with the employee entity for managers relationship. So here the this relationship must be named as managers. Okay, so here the employee manages another employee. That means one of the employee is manager who is managing other employees, or we can also read the relationship like employees, multiple employees managed by one employee. So multiple employees managed by one manager. So we can read the relationship in either ways. If we are reading from left to right, then we can say that employee manages and other employees, and if we are reading the relationship from right to left, then we are saying that employees managed by employee or manager, right? So this is the example of unary relationship. Next we have the binary relationship type. So here we have two entities involved, one in the left side and one on the other side of the relationship. For example, customer received invoice, or if we are reading right to left, so invoice was sent to customer. So we can read in either way. So this diamond box can be named accordingly, means if we are reading left to right, then this diamond box will be named as received, and if we are reading from right to left, then this diamond box or relationship will be named as was sent to. So invoice was sent to customer, right? So this is the type of binary relationship where we have more than one entities involved in the relationship. For example, employee manages department, so it is also a binary relationship. Next we have a ternary relationship where we have three entities involved in the relationship. For example, here we have operators perform operation and parts entity. So here we have part entity as a third entity is also linked with the performs relationship, because operator performs operation and also using the parts. So here we have three entities involved in the performs relationship, so we call it the ternary relationship, right? So this is the way how we represent the degree of relationship, or we calculate the degree of a relationship. Next we have the mapping cardinalities, or the numbers written over the lines in the ER diagram. We call them the mapping cardinalities or cardinalities constraints. We also call them cardinality constraints. So it express the number of entities. So what those numbers are representing? Those numbers are representing the number of entities to which another entity can be associated via a relationship set. Means those number must be written along with a relationship set, and those number are representing the number of entities involved in the relationship, right? So we are discussing about the binary relationship only. So for binary relationship, we can have one to one cardinality, one to many, many to one, and many to many. So these are different ways to represent different number of entities involved in the relationship. For example, first is one to one relationship. So in one to one relationship, for example, in both ends we can say that only one entity is participating from left entity and also from the right entity. For example, there is only one manager that manages one department, so it is one to one relationship. Here the department is managed by one manager. One department is managed by one manager, so this type of relationship is manages. Okay, so for the sake of simplicity, we have just marked the relationship with arrow. We can also have a diamond box here to represent the relationship. Here the department managed by, we must write here managed by manager, or we can also write here, if we are reading from right to left, so manager manages department. In that case, we will be writing here manager manages department. So we can name the relationship in either way, left to right or right to left. Next we have the one to many relationship. So in one to many relationship, one entity is involved from the left side and many entities are involved from the right side. For example, employees table, each employee only has one manager. Okay, so multiple employees are managed by one manager, or we can also read it as one employee manages multiple employees. Same way, here we can also have the diamond box with name manages. Okay, so multiple employees are managed by one manager, or we can read it from left to right. One manager manages multiple employee. So we can read the relationship in either way, and same way we have to name the relationship. So here these are the type of cardinality. So cardinality is written here as 1 to many, because one manager is managing multiple employee. So for multiple we can also use star, n, m, or any notation, means any variable notation. So here we have used m, so we can also use here n or x, y, z, or star. So here one manager is managing multiple employee. Okay, so this type of relationship is one to many relationship. Next we have many to one relationship. So this is just reverse of one to many relationship. We can also read that relationship in many to one form, like many employee are managed by one manager. So that becomes many to one relationship. So here for example we have many students study one course. So this is another example. We could also take the same example as many employees are managed by one manager. So this is the way how we represent the things. So many students study one course. So students, course, many student, m, we are having m cardinality here, are studying one course. Okay, so we can also have a diamond box for this relationship like this. Okay, so many students are studying one course. So here the cardinality is m and 1, means many students are studying one course. Next type of relationship we have many to many relationship. So here many lecturers are teaching multiple students. Many lecturers are teaching multiple students. So here we have many on both sides, so we cannot write the same number on both ends. So cardinality is represented as m on one end, and we are using n on other end. So we can also use n on either side and m on other side. So this is your choice. But for representing many, we cannot use the same number. If we are using m here and also using m here, then the m on both sides means the same number of lecturers are teaching same number of students, and that is not possible. So we have to keep the things in different way, means we cannot use m here. So we have to just keep the things in many terms. So means many but not exact number, not the same number. So many lecturers are teaching many students. So here the relationship can also be representing using the diamond box. So lecturers, many lecturers are teaches many students. Okay, so either you can use m on left side or m on another side. So this is your choice. So these are the cardinalities, how we represent the numbers of these lines, that numbers. So we can say that these numbers depends on the number of participating entities from both sides, means from left side and also from the right side. So we are just talking about the binary relationship for ER models. Next we have